Jaffa, it was Tuesday after a bank holiday.
Random Tuesday.
Everybody's sitting at work, minding their business, chilling, and I see all of a sudden Jafaris has made a list.
Don't go and talk to people when they're out on a night out.
Yeah.
No,
So I can't rap to you in the club.
leave me alone.
But Simba. J.Cole waited in the rain and gave Jay-Z a CD and said, "Yo, take my CD, man."
Big
And
song
now
rap for it.
today,
At a radio station. Yeah. not in a nightclub when he's
But if
enjoying
I see you
himself.
in Vela and you're a little...
I won't even be in Vela. I don't go to Vela.
Cause you know I'm trying to change. If I ever took a loss, charge it to the game.
how are the boys? Second time coming on for both of yous actually, each separate time.
Second time.
Yeah.
Sick.
How you guys getting on?
Good, man. We're live.
Yeah.
We're live.
Simba, it looks like it was a hell of a weekend for you.
It was a good weekend.
You're at the Ireland game. You're getting plaques given to you. You're going to poetry shows. Obviously, I just see people's live stream snaps, like in stories. So it just looks good. I don't know if you're like stressing in the background, but I'm like to say this guy's actually living life this week.
Yesterday was a fun day.
Yeah.
Fun day. Went to the Blueprints, then
Into the mic, please, uncle.
and then we went to the Irish game.
Yeah.
We
Was that any good?
the game wasn't great, but
Yeah.
we got special perks, so that made it nice.
Yeah,
That
fair
made-
enough.
That made it enjoyable. Then I went to Felicia's This Is Pop Baby Wake show, and that was amazing. I
Okay.
didn't know what to expect, but when we were going there, different people doing.
What was that? Like
They were dancing, they were singing, they were doing like on the spectrum kind of stuff. It was dope. It was dope. Like, we really enjoyed it.
So it was on the spectrum kind of stuff. Please.
We all know what that is. I don't need to explain. Come on.
wait, actually, I don't need to clarify. Also, there was something else that I thought I saw you doing that I feel like I missed. Oh, did you go to Neo?
Yeah.
See, this guy, all one weekend, you know. This is like 3 weekends in one weekend. How was that?
Neil was good. The sound was terrible though.
Yeah.
I was there. I was recording the sound people. I was like, "What are you guys doing?" Like the drums, everything was really loud, but then the vocals were kind of low.
Okay. For both of you now, going to gigs, do you guys unintentionally notice these things? Because maybe like I'm untrained eye, I might not notice it like the way you notice it.
Yeah, because I went there to listen to Mario and I wanted to hear their voice. I wasn't really hearing their voice until like maybe halfway to the show when they kind of fixed up. So, but apart from that, the show Neo's a legend. I didn't know. I didn't think he was.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a legend.
It's one of those ones I was opening on, seeing on random people's story. I was like, what are you doing? Like some people you expect when you said on Simba stories, like, yeah, I get it. But some people I'm like, Neo, but I guess people grew
And
up
it
on
was
him.
packed
Yeah.
out, bro.
Yeah, it looked like it. Yeah.
I was like, whoa, Neo.
Is this free arena?
Yeah.
It was sold out.
Was it free for you as well? Yeah. Simba's living
Must be a different kind of life right now, you know.
trying to be like him.
No, I remember seeing
Something like him.
someone was saying who'd win in the versus T-Pain or Akon.
T-Pain, easily.
T-Pain.
Are we doing features as well? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, if we're doing
Yo.
do features, yeah.
Then T-Pain.
But
Akon's got
off the
some
album,
bangers, though.
T-Pain isn't winning. What hits does T-Pain have on his own?
What?
How many? I know he has hits on his own, but like, are they as much as
After like the
How
first
many?
5.
How many Akon hits are there?
There's no, because I said that before. Because someone said
loads.
my brother was like, "Oh, he wants to see Akon on the tour," and I'm like,
Yeah,
how many
brother
Akons
told
do
me
you
that.
songs do you
There's
really know?"
A lot.
There's a lot.
He has like this first 3 albums was he had Lonely, Ghetto, Locked Up, then
Maybe I'm sleeping on him. Maybe I'm sleeping.
And he has like I Wanna Fuck You to Snoop Dogg. Yeah,
and then
that's
they had
it.
the album with the song Beautiful, Over the come on.
If we're doing features as well, he's got a couple of DJ Khaled songs as well.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
If we're doing features, I think T-Pain. was-
T-Pain.
I think if we do features, T-Pain has to wash him. Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. I didn't think about that.
Well, I just feel plaques and that.
We thank God. We just work, you know. We thank God. Like I put how I feel already on my post, so
Yeah.
I've already let the
Emotions out,
go.
yeah.
Well, so it's just on to the next thing then.
Yeah.
Fair
Do you reflect on these things for long when you do win them? Because I read the post obviously, and I saw the picture of you and you and sitting at the computer, and I'm kind of like, now what is it for people? For just for context, Simba has a diamond
Yes.
plaque now for like
That's crazy.
crazy.
10 times.
10 times platinum is insane.
Yeah.
Do you feel like Jermaine Dupri now with all your plaques and everything all around?
No, not yet. I need the studio to be covered in plaques first, and plus like I want to get a plaque for like an urban music as well, because like I've got the plaque for doing like dance music, but I want to get one for rap music. So like that's
And why would that mean more? Like just
that would
for
mean
yourself?
more. Cause
Like why? I know, yeah.
I guess because in this country we're a minority first and foremost, and then the Caucasian music, there's more of an audience for it. So like for a rap album to get plaques to go diamond, boy,
Yeah,
we'll do
and
something.
just like since we're there talking about going platinum and going diamond, the boys went number 1 on the official charts.
That deserves
Like-
like, applause. I like it.
You know how crazy that is.
Do you know what? I was deep in it, yeah, because I don't know the difference between all these charts, and I saw this one was official charts. I don't understand. I'm like a fan, but what I really like is Trav was on Twitter, and he wanted it, and he was out loud saying like, with chess, I want to be number 1. He wasn't like a lot of us. I've been here. Or maybe you're scared, or you have a live show. You tell yourself, if 30 people just show up, it's enough. But you're scared to say, I want. Yeah, you're scared to say, I want 100 people to show up, because if 100 don't show up, now you look like you failed in front of people. But I really admire him saying with chess, like, you know what? No, guys, support me. Share the link every day. This is what I want. I want to be number 1, because they got number 1. But if they got number 2, what difference did it really make? Just been saying it.
Those guys are crazy. They got number 2 last year.
Last year, yeah,
and then they were
yeah,
like,
yeah.
you know what? Let's go again.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
They,
And
shout
they
out
knocked
to,
Ariana Grande off
Yeah.
this time.
Yeah.
shout out to them for real.
Yeah,
For real.
and that leads me into the conversation I actually really wanted to have with you guys, and it kind of ties in with the growth experience about artists like stagnation. It feels like I have my theories or things I think about. Again, I think of it from like an outside perspective. I'm a fan of people's music. Like you, I've been listening to music in Ireland for 15 years. Like, you know, obviously, you know Sandra from TF Click and Slick Bullet. They used to live in Balbriggan making
Tevin?
yeah, they used to make music together 15 years ago. So listening to it, now I pay more attention. But sometimes I see artists have like a 2-3 year run, and it feels from the outside, it kind of stagnates a little bit. And I don't know if that's down to them, or they don't have the facilities, or they don't have the infrastructure, or they just don't have the work ethic. An example I want to use in
Words there.
yeah, an example I want to use is because I talked to him personally. Say someone like Joe Vinci. Last year, within the community anyways, he built a bit of momentum. He had a bit of like the council baby and Dub Flint, Council of State Dreams and Smiles. Council babies. Yeah.
Bro, too many councils.
Like he built a bit of momentum, and like within the community, then for a year, no music. In my head, I'm like, why would you just have that momentum and not drop anything at all? And you don't have to drop a project, but just keep us in the fresh air mind. But what do you guys think this is because? And this is not just him. I'm just using him as an example. I've seen this happen constantly with artists. Like you have a 2-3 year run, then it just stopped, and I'm like, why? What's going on here?
I think there's a couple of factors to that though. It's like, one is economy is not friendly to us at all, so everyone has to work 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Another thing is like people maybe not having a vision, like not knowing exactly where you're trying to go with it. So you could have like this little momentum or whatever, but to actually build on it and ride the wave, you need to know where is it going, how am I gonna direct this, you know? No support, or very, very little support from like your peers, the audience themselves, the community, whatever the case. Yeah, there's a few things, to be honest.
Wait, what about you? How do you see it? Because you guys are obviously doing the growth experience, and
Yeah.
you guys can expand on this now as well.
For me, I was talking with Solo yesterday, and he mentioned that we need the labels, like the major labels. Like I'll give an example of the song of people that blow in Ireland anyways. Like I Take Belters Only. They did their song, it went number 1, but then they got a label behind them, and then they released like 2 other songs also went number 1, and they just kept going because they had the machine behind them. I think like a lot of the artists now, we don't have, even New Era, I don't know, Ben Williams and these boys, they got signed with the song got signed with Warner now, so they're pushing the song really crazily, and they're doing more remixes. So I feel like having a major behind you have money behind you, you also have accountability, because like if you don't want to do it, they'll be like, yo, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do that. But a lot of the artists like independent, so it's like they might wake up and they might just not be feeling it,
Yeah, yeah.
and they just won't do it.
And on that, is there like in nice ways possible? Like, is there like a cap on independence that you can only push yourself so far? Now, that being said, I don't know what the boys have backing, like as in Travis and Elzz, because last year they came as number 2. They've come back, so they've maybe disproven my own theory in my head. I'm like, oh, they had the momentum, they just kept going. Now they're leveling up. So do you think like you're independent, you have a 9 to 5, you don't have the infrastructure, you are capped to an extent that you do need the backing of,
or even a distro. I'm not sure. I think the boys have distro. I'm
Okay,
not sure.
okay.
Don't quote me on that.
Yeah.
But I think they have distro. So I think if you have a distribution deal, like your you're ahead of someone that's just fully independent. In my opinion, anyways. What do you think?
See, I hear the label thing, but a label's really just like you're getting a loan from the bank, innit? So you don't necessarily need a label. You just need investments. You need somebody to invest in you. Do you get me? So that could be just a silent investor. That could be anyone who's willing to support your dream in a way where you can just focus on the music, focus on that side of things. Yeah, but major labels, like, you're getting yourself into a bit of a trap in certain areas if you go into a label. Do you get me? And especially if you go into a label with no clue what you want to do, you let them control the whole
mold
narrative.
you.
That's crazy.
Do you think our urban music is profitable enough for a label to start looking at us and being like, it's worth the investment?
After this album going number 1, 100%, but only if the rest of the scene starts pressing as hard as Travis and Elzz has. You get me?
And that's not to say that people are not pressing.
Yeah.
Sorry. Everyone says
it's not that business.
people are pressing.
No, but you have to. The reason why I say press is hard is because, like you said, Travis went on Twitter and said, "I want to go number 1."
Yeah.
They everything they do has a bite to it. It has like vim to it. Do you get me? So not to say people aren't working hard, but also it feels like people aren't backing themselves as hard.
Yeah, they're scared of the failure, the
and
impact.
if somebody's not backing themselves, then why would I back it?
Yeah.
You get me?
Because
Why would
they
I
even
back it
like,
at
and
the
I
same
bought
time?
the album because most of the time, like, we kept seeing it, and you're like, nah, bro, like, this guy, if they didn't convince me that that's something they want,
These niggas.
no, but most of the times you don't. Most of the times you don't, like.
Yeah, I hear you.
If I didn't
He's
like
making
this,
this
I
worse.
wouldn't have bought it.
He's making this worse. Because most of the time you stream stuff, but you don't actually buy.
I hear you, because the fact that they kept doing it.
Yeah, it's like, you know what?
But
Yeah,
apart
they
from
want
that,
this. Yeah.
It wasn't just the fact that it was in my face all the time. You can be in my face all the time, but if I don't like it, I'm not buying it.
Yeah,
You
true,
get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
I bought it
true.
because I actually like the music, and it's like, why not support? Do you get what I'm saying? But if I was like, why not support, but I didn't like the music, yeah, you get a retweet. Maybe.
True.
Just on that, then, what is the growth experience? What are you guys trying to do?
So the growth experience is the beginning of this like community that we're trying to nurture, this creative community, right? So obviously Uncle Jaffa Network is literally just a platform where we document, highlight, promote Irish creatives, but I wanted to take it offline. You get me? I wanted to have value in real life. So the phases that we're at right now, so we did the workshop thing with the Arts Council funding, just leading people towards hopefully getting financial support somewhere. And then the growth experience is the next stage of that, of like, all right, cool, let's get everyone who's in this scene, who's trying to start up, who's upcoming or whatever, who doesn't have a clue what they're trying to do, or maybe has a clue but they don't have the community or they don't have the feedback that they're looking for, to come. And literally for the 4 weeks in April, we're going to be teaching people how to market themselves, brand themselves, what that is, or at least the fundamentals of everything. Teaching them a bit of logic and stuff, teaching them how to, like, giving them feedback, real-time feedback on their music, where they're at with themselves. I'm trying to get somebody to come in and talk about how image is important as well in this music thing, the aesthetic, the styling. Just the fundamentals of artists.
How did the idea come about? Like, why did you guys sit down and be like, you know what, this is what's needed right now?
So this is a thing that I came to Simba and Akbar to like pitch to them essentially. So I've had this idea for a minute, but as an artist yourself, it's kind of like, it's hard to support when you're in competition with people, So to answer a lot of the question, why you're not dropping music, because I want to be in a position where I can support, facilitate other artists, but it's very hard to do that if I'm trying to be number one as well. Do you get me? So
Conflict of interest.
Yeah. So for me, as my experience with being an artist, like, there's a lot of things. Our generation, like, we've had to learn everything ourselves. Do you get me? Which is fine, but that can't be the cycle that continues every year. Do you get me? So this is us trying to be like, all right, cool, let's give you some of the tools that we've learned along the way. Let's add some people in the industry who have more of a know-how than us as well, to just teach you guys. I want somebody to come in and teach people what a distribution deal is, what's a publishing deal, what's a sync deal. I want people to know these things so that there's no like disillusionment of like, this is not an easy thing. Like, yes, we see the roses and all this nice stuff, but there's a reality that exists in this industry that's not I feel like we're not talking about it, or we're not showing people that no, this is actually the reality of it. You're not gonna be a millionaire from music alone. Do you get me? So yeah, that's.
Is there a desired outcome, or is it just passing knowledge? Is there something that you want to see? Maybe an artist came in and you've seen their growth or the trajectory, or is it just like we'll give our job here is to just give knowledge and whatever happens from here?
I mean, that's like ultimately I want it. It means nothing if the people who came don't grow. Do you get me? It means nothing if there's no results from this. So I want at least 1-2 people to like do amazing things, big things after this, so that we can know that, oh, that information actually mattered. Do you get me? Because the whole thing is about adding value to people. So
And you just said something, sorry, you just said something there about also being in competition. That's why you're not releasing. You want to help, so you don't want to be in competition situation. Like
that's part of it, but it's not the whole picture. But go on.
Oh yeah, that was kind of what you said. Do you think you can't do both? You just don't think like you can still do the music as well as look out? Like, is that just not a thing that can happen?
You know, during the whole list conversation,
We'll get into that, don't worry.
somebody texted me, and they were like, it was an interesting way they worded it though. They were like, oh, like, see all the stuff that you're doing for the community and all, like, it's kind of looking like you're projecting, like you're not, like, why aren't you doing it for yourself type thing, right? I was like, that's interesting, but honestly, like, for me, music has never been a thing that I wanted to do as a career. It just happened that way. Do you get me? It's just, of course, you get a bit of money from doing it and you start enjoying it or whatever, but you do get to a certain, or at least I got to a certain place in that journey where I realized, like, okay, I don't want that life though. I don't want to perform for niggas. I don't want to sell my music. I don't. Do you get me? Like, I don't necessarily want to do those things. Though, yes, it comes with a job description. Then I was like, but I don't have to do this job. Do you get me? I can just express myself through music because that's what I wanted to do initially, and I can figure out other ways to make money in this music thing. Because I feel like that's where my skill lies. That's where my know-how is. But to actually do it and be like, yeah, let's go on tour and let me, that's
but my only pushback to that would be, would you not add more value if, like you said, where the scene is gonna look more profitable when, okay, Travis and Elzz has done it, the next people to do it, and like keep pushing it that way? Would it not add more value if you also did it? Because it's not like you're like, people still call you the best rapper in Ireland and you haven't rapped in time, kind of situation. So it's like you could go number one. You could do those things. You could be the next one to help push the scene and get in all those doors, break down those couple barriers and shit like that. So it's not like we just have, this whole thing of we have one star and then that's it. It's like, we got Travis and Elzz, we got Jafaris, all that. Would you not add more value by doing it and then bringing everyone in there after?
I mean, value can be added in many ways. There are people who've never touched the mic but have added a lot of value to the scene that we don't see, do you get me? Or don't even know that they're adding value to the scene. So I like those people. I want to be one of those people. And who would I be if I did everything everyone wanted me to do type shit, do you get me? So
he needs to do what he wants to do. And like, if he wants to do the music and he puts out the album and decides, I actually don't want to perform, I don't want to go on tour, people will be like, oh, why are you making music then if you don't want to perform? Do you know what I'm saying? So at least it's just because like there's some artists, American artists, that they have like social anxiety, so they can't perform on stage and people give them shit for it. So it's like, just don't do it at all and then you won't get that shit.
But see, that you can't say that though, because an artist is somebody who creates at will. They do whatever they want. Do you get me? And it's not dictated by the audience wants to see it like this, or like, look at what Kanye's doing with Vultures now. He's trying to get rid of the middleman. He's trying to get rid of Spotify. So he's trying to do all these listening parties, almost like there's a movie just came out and you go to the cinema to watch that movie. That's how he wants people to experience it. Obviously he's getting backlash for it, but he's never done what anyone wanted him to do. He just did it his own way. Do you get me? And it's always paid out in the end for him. So it's like, yeah, art is just become a thing that's so watered down where it's like, oh, it has to be like this. You release a track, you do the show, you do all this. Like, why? Why does it have to be like that? It never had to be like that. Do you know what I mean?
Said do a TikTok.
So are we going to talk about this list?
Let's introduce the part and do this quiz. Let's talk about.
Oh, you're doing a quiz. Oh.
Yeah. Anyways, we are here. We are charged.
Bang, bang.
This is the podcast with the highest level of analysis culture. needs. I'm Uncle J, but you man can call me Jordan, and I'm here with.
You know it's your girl's favorite voice, Big Dish, nigga with the Midas touch.
And who we got here today?
We got Big Simba.
Come on.
Let's go.
Come on.
It's Jafaris, aka Uncle Jaffa, no relation. Yes, sir.
Okay, so usually on Charger Weekly, we do a quiz with our guests. 5 questions. You guys will have 5 questions each. 5 from me, 5 from Dage, so 10 questions. 10 questions essentially. We have a leaderboard, and it goes, I think, Fiona, Jen, Simi, and Fortune. Fortune on the list. So, who wants to go first in this quiz?
There you go.
What's good? You get 2 lifelines. What's good?
Oh, yeah.
While I'm asking my questions, you can ask Jordan. When Jordan's asking his questions, you can ask me. No helping each other.
But can we introduce an extra lifeline? So like, let's say you ask me the questions and he knows the answer. Could I ask him?
No, because if we do that, they'll say we're cheating. We gave you 2 lifelines.
And
Yeah,
also
it's a special episode.
we don't do special favors here, even though people think we do. But we're back.
I'm close. You smart, right? You be alright.
Yeah. So, who wants to go first in the quiz?
I'll go first.
Who do you want to ask your first questions? Okay. This is on Simba's quiz. A wise man once told me not to argue with fools, because people from a distance can tell who's who. Was said by Jay-Z in which song?
Oh,
You can't help him though.
No, I don't even know.
Because I know I tweeted this and you said Jay-Z.
yeah, I was listening to that song. I can't think of the beat. Oh, I can't remember it. Oh my god.
You'll kick yourself when you find out as well.
You got this, bro.
Do you know this Dage?
Nope.
Any clues? What album?
I can't. They'll say I'm cheating.
No, they won't.
They'll say I'm cheating. So
I know to don't know that.
that's when it's not to argue with. The thing about Jay-Z, raps like
Is it Takeover?
That is Takeover. Yes, it is. the diss to Nas. As part of the treble, who did United beat in the FA Cup final in 1999?
Arsenal.
No, they beat them in the semi-final. They beat Newcastle in the final.
See, I don't even remember the final.
Yeah. In the TV show Soprano, what is the name of Tony's therapist?
I watched this like.
I'm currently
First
watching
year
it.
of
I can't even think of her name.
Well, I knew you watched Sopranos because when I started, you said I'm
Long
going to
time
go
ago.
good time. Yeah.
It's not an Italian name, is it?
Don't look at me.
I don't know, Rebecca.
No, Jennifer Melfi.
Jennifer.
Yeah, Melfi, Dr. Melfi. Katia Maya just won the Breakthrough Talent Award for which organization?
It was for TV.
Yeah. But what was the name of the organization that awarded her?
I don't know the name of the organization. She won an award for something.
Royal Television Society Awards.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
My guy said that's crazy.
Last question.
Ask me music questions. What was all these questions you're asking?
The first one was a music question.
And I got it right.
That's true. Biblical question. You should get this one
I
right.
told you I'm a good Christian.
I can do all through Him who strengthens me. What's that Bible verse? I can do all through God who strengthens me.
Like the
Yeah.
this guy's killing me.
You don't know?
Don't even ask.
Philippians 4:13.
I can't think of it.
Bro, you're there every Sunday. I see you there praising God.
Yeah, we're not in church every Sunday saying I can do what things you guys say.
I bet you people are screaming at the screen.
They probably are.
Philippians 4:13. Yeah.
Wait, how many did you get right?
I got 1 out of 5.
1 out of 5.
Nah, you only gave me one music question.
I gave you a United question.
I got a music question for you, don't
Stitch me
worry.
up, man.
What's called?
me alone.
How many tracks are in Jafaris' debut album Stride?
Crazy, dog. I don't even know.
12.
Yeah, actually.
You know I know that. It's like bang out the album.
See, we'll wait for another one.
You see, music questions I know.
Yeah, don't worry. Which musical is based off the songs of ABBA?
Which what?
Which musical is based on the songs of ABBA?
Musicals, man. Musicals are shit. Let me think of one. Can't even think of any musical names. Is John Travolta in it? Do you know it?
I know what the one that you're thinking, but I don't know the answer to that. No.
Like, what's wrong with you guys? You guys are meant to know.
But we don't know each other's questions.
We don't know each other's
Yeah,
questions.
it's meant to tell you.
We don't know each
Oh
other's
my
questions.
God.
So the lifeline is null and void.
Yeah, it's
I can tell you the John Travolta one you're
Yeah,
thinking.
which one is it?
Greece is probably what you're thinking.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Is it Greece?
No, it's Mamma Mia.
That's what I was
I didn't.
What's good? That's 2 questions. How many dots are on one 6-sided die?
Oh, So I have to
That's a good one. That's a good one. But you can do this one in your head if you want to.
How many dots are in this? 1 6-sided die.
21.
Yeah.
Did you just fairs?
All right. What's
Yeah, I would have to use my hands.
All right. So I got 2 more questions. What colors do you mix to make green?
I don't know about colors, bro.
Bro, answer the question, bro.
Red and blue.
No, blue and yellow.
Why are you just laughing? Like
I'm colorblind. That's why I'm an engineer.
And last question. What does RCCG stand for?
Redeemed Christian Church of God.
Yeah, there you go.
How many did you get to a 3?
2, 3. And you got
4 total. You're not
Go
making
away,
the
man.
You're not the
leaderboard.
leaderboard.
You're not making the leaderboard.
Stitch me up.
United question. I know you watch Sopranos and a
I
biblical question.
watched Soprano in college. Do you know how long ago that was? First year of college.
I watched first year of Prison Break. I remember the characters in Prison
No,
Break.
Prison Break is different. I've watched Prison Break like 4 times.
Why? The only first 2 seasons are good, really.
Yeah. I watched it all over again.
Jaffa, your turn. Who do you want to go first?
Oh, this guy.
Nah, you go.
I'll go first. Okay.
Let's see this.
What do the clothing acronym YSL stand for?
Come on.
You know it now.
Wait, why is that?
Yeah, YSL.
I don't know. I know what it is, but I don't know how to say it. It's like you're selling it wrong.
We can't help him. You say use your lifeline.
Oh shit! I thought you were using a lifeline, bro. That's your lifeline, bro.
Why do you think that?
Sorry, I completely.
So
I
he's not
spaced
getting
out.
that. He's not
Sure,
getting that
I'll
point.
use that as a lifeline.
Right,
that's
use
the
that as a
point.
lifeline.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. But you see now how the game started.
Bro, I've
Can
completely
we see what's
spaced out.
going on? Crazy.
Get Rich or Die Trying and The Massacre are 50 Cent's first 2 albums. What's the 3rd album?
Oh my god, why did you ask me this?
I asked a United question. I thought you knew that one. That's your club.
You don't know it.
I have no clue, bro.
I know it.
You already used his lifeline as well.
Yeah, it's cool.
I think I know this one too.
Okay, what's the 3rd one?
Should I tell you?
Yeah.
Should I tell you, Curtis?
Yeah,
It's
Curtis
first
is
year.
the third album. Fuck. In the show Atlanta, because I know you and Dave used to love this, what African food did Darius introduce to the white lady and she gentrified it?
Jollof?
Yep, correct. She made cheesy jollof. She made cheesy jollof.
Gentrified
Yeah, she gentrified it. Who says the tag, Simba, I'm surprised to see you here?
C'est la vida, man.
Okay. In what year did Zimbabwe get their independence?
You know this.
Like 2005 or something?
20 years ago. 1980. 1980.
Forgive
So
me,
in my
my
one, I think he
people.
got 3. He
That
got
was the
jollof.
stupidest answer I could have ever given.
Yeah, he got 3. He got 3. Didn't get
Yeah, he
credit.
got 3 because
Three.
somebody did something, bro. Yeah, we'll continue.
What year was Tunde Shaw's Here to There released?
He's not here to there. Let's get it right. There to here. Nigga.
There to Here, sorry.
Don't know.
You know you still have monthly listeners on Spotify, actually.
Really?
Yeah. Like
Was that like
184.
2010?
Nah, it's 2014, bro.
Close.
Which year? Which Grammy-nominated New York rapper died in April 2021?
I think I can help you with this.
I know this.
I think I know this as your lifeline. Might not want to take it, but because I think, but I'm pretty sure. New York Grammy nominated. Yeah.
Is it Pop Smoke?
You get-
No, I had that in mind. I just didn't know for what.
No, it's DMX.
Swear down.
Oh, I was gonna say Pop Smoke as well.
Crazy,
It's
dog.
DMX.
What's it called?
So he never won a Grammy. He just got nominated.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think one of the years it was controversial.
It
I
was
didn't get rap album of the
Jay.
year.
The year he dropped two
Yeah.
albums. Jay won it.
Jay is a prick, bro. That's another story.
What's the name of the mathematical theorem that allows you to calculate the length of a side of a right angle?
Of a right angle
Yeah, of a right angle triangle. essentially.
or triangle. I think I know this one.
Pythagoras?
Yeah.
Jesus,
What is the
good.
national sport of Japan?
Anime. No, joking. Joking. Of Japan.
Is this something we all know?
Yeah.
That's why the music is played there. Yeah. National sport of Japan. Nah, I have no idea, man.
Couldn't tell you, bro. Honestly.
Gotta take a guess, my brother.
Just yes, guess any sports, I guess. Football. I don't know.
Gotta cut you down, bro.
My answer's racist. No, I'll just say
What?
I'll just say basketball.
What was your answer?
Could never be basketball for Japan.
No, because I actually feel like his answer that he was thinking about was right.
Yeah.
What was it?
Sumo wrestling.
Hey, sometimes lean into this. Lean into the stereotypes.
What's good?
Listen to it.
Final question: which duo won the first Grammy for best rap performance? Which duo won the first Grammy for the best rap performance?
What, like any year?
The first one.
First. Which duo?
Oh, I think I know it as well. Was it 1996?
I don't know what year it was.
Alright, never mind.
It was the 90s.
I'm so pissed.
You got easier questions.
Jay-Z and Kanye?
No, Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince.
Crazy.
Oh, I was even thinking.
How many was that?
I was thinking that. So Outcast.
1, 2,
Got 5 altogether.
yeah, 5.
Yeah, 5
okay, you
altogether.
go 4
4.
altogether.
Okay,
Yeah.
Those guys stitched me.
Yeah, you guys are not
Embarrassing.
Oh, thank God I don't have to.
the leaderboard.
Change the
Doesn't have
leaderboard.
to change.
Those are great questions. Great questions.
Yeah, but Jaffa,
Yes,
it was
sir.
Tuesday after a bank holiday.
Random Tuesday.
Everybody's sitting at work, minding their
their
business, chilling, and I see all of a sudden Jafaris has made the list. First of all, what kind of push you to make the list?
Bro, this is literally what happened. I was literally at home, like, just sitting on the couch like this in my cousin's house. I was just like scrolling through my Instagram. I was just seeing all these people, like everyone's just winning. Like, the boys are active. Who else? Some Cittg just dropped. Everyone was just dropping. Yeah, everyone was just active, and I was just like, I don't know. I don't know what came over me. I just said, and remember what the title said, guys. Remember what the title said. I said, the leaders of the new school that we should all be supporting with our chest.
Okay.
And this is the list that I gave now. Yeah. And of course there are many people that should be on the list that but I'm hardly gonna write 50 names on my Instagram post, you get me? So I just picked the ones that are undeniable, like we all collectively can objectively say
We should be backing
these people are working hard under the circumstances we live in, support them. Do you get me? That's all it was. And then
You gotta
few
interpret
minutes-
it as these are the 10 best.
bro,
that's like
comprehension is a big deal in our
The first
community.
question
You know?
that they're gonna ask is, who the fuck is Jafaris to be making a list?
Yeah.
Who, like, if I'm nobody, ignore the list.
But I think that's what it is. There's value in being someone that's you've been doing this for a long time, and obviously you were. I was saying it to my missus. This was like you were the first we saw on me, anyways. Let me talk about you, Air Squad, and I think Samantha around that same time. You guys were the first Soleil. Sorry, I was seeing on that level. So forever, you like it will always hold a bit of weight because you're like, oh, we've seen him do cool things.
I genuinely thought this was gonna be skipped over, bro. Honestly, I genuinely thought it was gonna be. But like, because of the title, I genuinely thought it
Impossible,
wasn't
like,
even that deep.
Any list, like
Yeah.
and once a list is made, like it's gonna
That's crazy.
get
dog.
What did you make of it?
session. I saw it. I was like, I was just like, yeah, like these are people.
He's on it though. He's on it.
That's why he doesn't mind that. At least
Which
I'm
list
there.
was he on? Which list was
Well, you on it? You on it though?
I think so.
Yeah, I can't even.
Personality.
I
Yeah.
wasn't a personality. I'm not a personality.
No. Silent investors. Yeah.
What's called? So what's called? We have.
Oh, he has a list.
Oh, yeah, we
Crazy.
sent it. We were talking about this.
Yeah. What's called? Leaders of the new school. Also, stop tweeting the shit about me.
Ladies and gentlemen, where's this list coming from?
No, because you know what? I was minding my business on Tuesday, yeah. And like I was working, and then late on in the day, I log on to Twitter, and I'm just seeing people go off. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then I think I asked you, and then you sent me the list. I was like, oh, okay, I guess this is what's happening. Anyways, leaders of the new school that we should all support with our chest. Artists: number 1, Travis Elzz; 2, Femi; 3, Ali Coulibaly; 4, Monjola; 5, Mio. I don't know who that is. 6, Moio.
Moyo.
Moyo. Okay.
You don't know who Moyo is?
I've heard of him.
Never heard
He's
of him.
produced everything Monjola Abi's ever done, and he has like 3 tracks out.
I've never heard of him, bro.
Crazy dog.
What's it called?
you should.
6, Khaki Kid; 7, Kojak; 8, FA. FA.
You don't know who that is either.
No, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Go do your research.
I should.
But like, bro, I get why there's some names on that people in our scene will be like, who the fuck is this? Why are they there?
True.
They'll go listen to the music and they'll still be like, who the fuck is this? Why are they there? Just because it's not their vibe.
Even I'm not even gonna lie to you. The song that you have plaques for, I've never heard the song. I heard it for the first time yesterday.
I'm screaming.
9 Offset and 10 Brick Nasty. Then we have the personalities list: Dongo, Victor Alfred, Dami Hope, Ayo Fear, Zeda, Kajia, Manda Ade, Leon Diop, Lepro, and Bilikis. And then what's the other list? Okay. Then the investors. We got Prod Solar, Lord Waverton, Apple, Simba.
Why are you looking at him like that?
I just don't know. I didn't know he was on the investors list.
Simba has money now, 10 plaques.
Hey,
10 times plaques.
It's not about money.
Yeah, it's not about money.
No, okay. Oh, investors is
like just investing in the scene. Like,
okay. So Simba, Nessa, Safo, Diffusion Lab, Noisy House, Gino, and Owen Cregan.
Yeah.
Never heard of him either.
He's silent. He's a silent.
Yeah.
investor.
So what's called like? Did you like when all this started popping off? Yeah. Like, what were you doing? Were you just like,
bro? I didn't even know it was popping off on Twitter until Dongo hit me up.
Okay.
Like, Dongo was the one that told me Twitter was popping.
It only
off.
popped up on Twitter because of Zeda.
Yeah.
She screenshot and she put
And
it
she
up.
kind of when she read the list, she was like, start a conversation about this. She was like, oh yeah, this is juicy or whatever. So I was like, let's start with our conversation, and then I started posting our conversation, and then it just.
what do you feel like people were getting butthurt that they're not on the list?
There was a few things. Like, some people said, like you said, why is he making a list? 1, and then 2, the people on the list, no one's making bread, no one's bought their mom a house. Why is their list? Why are we focused on the list? Some people like, who's that on the list? Why is that person on the list? This person's only on the list because it's your friend. Blah blah. Like, yeah, there's many reasons as to why.
Because Felly Speaks also, she went on and she did a thread, and I think my line of thinking in general,
she did one as well.
Yeah, she did like a thread as well on Twitter. My line of thinking more so like a line closer to like what she was. Because a lot of it, like, if I make a list, it's going to look different to your list. Deja just alluded that he doesn't know a lot of people on your list. So there is also going to be some, I think the word used was proximity bias or local championships. Or is it just like, we don't know, we are fans. The people on your list, you do feel that like, no, these are like an undeniable 10.
And plus, sorry, before he answers, and plus, all those people on that list, they're active. They're actively doing stuff. Like, we're not going to put people just because they were doing stuff years ago. It doesn't make sense. He said this is leaders of the new school, people that are active right now. Bro.
Yeah, some people were like, oh, why is Hair Square on the list? I was like, what you mean? Like
we have them there.
Yeah, these are like
forever.
OGs. The thing is, see with the list, when I read back the list, I'm like, okay, of course there are people that I've like completely missed out, and that is proximity, and there's also bias. Yeah. Again, but that's why I didn't name it. This is the best. This is the most talented, because of course I'm going to miss out some people, and not everyone's going to agree with who's the best or whatever. But I just said, let's support these people. Not to say don't support everyone else. I'm just saying these people who are currently active, who are currently doing things that we all like look up to, admire. Let's continue to support them with our chest, though. And with your chest doesn't just mean share, like spread the word, tell people about them. When you're in a different country, play their music, show them whatever it is. You get me? But yeah.
See, in context of this conversation, I kind of, because again, I didn't see your stories. I just saw the screenshots on Twitter. I'm just seeing a list of 10 names.
That's incident.
So I'm not, like, in context, if we're saying that, like so for example, the boys were number 1. We have 2 Black Boys are number 1 album in the country. It's on us now to be like, we gotta back these, because who knows where this can go. So we gotta support, in this instance, like Travis and Elzz in any way we can. We gotta go to different countries and be like, yo, we have a number 1 album. Listen to Blockbuster. You're gonna like this song. So like in full context, I kind of get it, because I just saw the list and I'm seeing the conversations on Twitter. I'm seeing the points being made about local champions and proximity bias, and I'm like, I hear it, because I'm a victim of that. I will support the people that are like mainly in front of me and who I see. And there's people that I don't see that are, like Simba was saying, I might even hear them and think, okay, it's not for me. I've said so many times, like, Trav is like my speck of rapper. Like, that's what I like. I like when a beat is on and the guy is flowing and I'm enjoying it. I might listen to maybe like an Abby as she's doing great things, but it might just be like, that's not my speck of music. So I do also have my own blind spots and my own proximity that I'm like, yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
But even in that context, let's say you meet somebody who likes Abby's type of music. Now you have somebody from Ireland that you can say, oh, maybe this is not my type of music, but you might like this music. That's supporting with your chest. You get me? Whether you like it or not type thing, these people are good at what they're doing and they're doing it well. Do you get me? So it's like, yeah, let's support them. But yeah, that was the whole thing. I feel like it because it built up to this big thing. Let's go live and everything. In my opinion, I was like, this conversation's already been had.
Yeah.
We've already talked about it. This is the most anticlimactic live ever. Do you get me? But people wanted to pick, and I don't think I have that character of like, let's create beef. Let's make this a thing. Obviously, that would have made us sick. But
What kills me is Tommy Tamad came on the time and says it's too early to do awards. I'm like, what are we
not even.
I was like, what's going on?
That nigga said we should do awards every 3 years. I was like, okay, when did you come up with the number 3?
So we're not even talking about this. Some people saw an opportunity to say whatever they wanted to say. I've always wanted to say this. I'm gonna say it now. But also, Simba, you went on a thread recently about talking about infancy and how what certain things are in their infancies and other things aren't. Let me just read it out quickly here.
Nigga is bringing up my truth.
No, because I found it interesting and you were coming on because you were saying like music, for example.
Yeah, no, I think I was watching Dongo's pod with Aj, and I think Dongo says he said we're in our infancy. And
Yeah,
I
this
was
is
like,
the
no,
founder,
we're not in our infancy. The music, I don't think the music scene is in its infancy. Like people have been doing stuff for a long time. The content creating stuff, the podcast, yeah, that's in its infancy. That's why I believe that podcasters say that because that's how you feel. It's people have been elsewhere have been.
Are you speaking from the bubble of just Ireland though?
Yeah,
or are you
yeah,
speaking worldwide?
What do you mean?
Like, because we are in an infancy when the world isn't.
Yeah. I'm talking about just in Ireland. With like, don't disregard what other people have done.
Yeah,
like when you say that, you just kind of you're almost shitting on them.
No. Yeah, because
That's the way. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but I also think a lot of people they always take the start point as the point that they start paying attention.
Yeah.
As opposed to the point that is really started. Like, cause we've had good music and good artists come out for a long time. Like even Romeo, where did Romeo disappear to?
We had even before that, we had an Afrobeat group that was selling out the Olympia like comfortably. They were selling it out, and then P Square would come. They were open for them, like they were selling out that place comfortably. And then they did what it
Was that Cittg?
No, the Millers. No. You wouldn't even know them because like it was way before all our time. So it's like you can't say
A lot has happened in the scene.
Yeah, you can't say.
And I think the pain of it all. Sorry to call you. The pain of it all is that we didn't document all of it.
Yeah.
Do you get me? I think that's why I wanted to do the network even more. It's just like, okay, let's start from now and start showing that we exist and that we're doing stuff. Do you get me? It just so happens that this social media is way bigger now, so we know it's more when somebody does something crazy. But a lot of people have been doing stuff from day one, bro.
There was a black lad that there's the festival. What was the festival before Electric Picnic? Oxygen.
yeah.
That was headline. Weirds, Vampire. It was headlining it. So it was like we can't just say we just started. Like people have been doing stuff just because it wasn't documented and because people didn't really get successful off it, so they didn't stay with it. They they got 9-to-5s and just left the scene. So,
but we can't discredit it too much because they opened these doors for us. Do you get me? If one person in whoever headlined that show, one person saw that guy perform and he has some sort of pull in the industry and then start making decisions based on the fact that he just watched this person, that's benefiting all of us. Do you get me? Whether we know that these things are happening or not, if somebody's doing something that is benefiting all of us, we need to support that. Do you get me? We need to care about that a little bit.
So then musically, you feel like obviously there's more time being put into music because when I read your tweet, it's like we do podcasts particularly like the Words Your Head Out There, the biggest platform, maybe the 4 years in, and then GTD are 2 years in. So it is we're 2 years in, so it's very much new. So I completely agree. 4 years doing something
like,
compared to 10, 15 years, that's nearly 4 times the amount of time.
Yeah, no. Like obviously, I'm not comparing.
I mean, we had pints of more.
I'm not comparing it to the music, but like. Unoriginal Pod came out in 2016, I want to say.
Yeah, 2016.
Like
still less than a decade.
Yeah, still less than a decade, but it's not like I think once again, like maybe people taking it seriously and more people that aren't niche looking at it now.
What dictates infancy then in this context?
It's good question. So that's for you because if it's podcast is not in the infancy because it's been 8 years. So what dictates infancy?
You said it.
It was I didn't use the word
Good
infancy.
question.
You podcast niggas are the ones that are using the word infancy.
That's a good question.
I'm
Why
you guys?
I think at this point now, people are starting to look at these things not as hobbies anymore.
Yeah.
So now it's in the infancy of like, yo, it's a market of trying to actually make money off of it. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, because when Pints and Malt, Unoriginal, Reckless Style, Old Man, all of us were doing these things back then. None of us were thinking about like, oh, we're gonna make peas on this. It was just like, let's fuck around and make some.
So then, would you not consider the whole thing as it's in its infancy, because it's still not so self-sustaining yet?
Ireland in general is
yeah.
I think it's just one of those things.
But all the industries aren't self-sustaining yet. Like nobody can really say like, yeah, they're standing on their own too.
Like, how many people are really making, like, obviously you're one of them. How many people are really making peas off of their what they're doing? Do you know what I'm saying? Like
a few.
Yeah, like there's a few, but it's
like
still
you can count them on your hand.
Yeah,
though.
Yeah, it's a small percentage.
That's still
yeah.
tiny. Do you get me? That's still tiny, and just considering the black demographic, that's still very, very small.
So would you say we'll be out of that stage where there is not a majority, but a good chunk actually doing this as a job? And is that when we're out of the infancy stage, when we can stop counting out of one hand? We say, you know what? There's actually let's say 20% of people that do creative endeavors do it full time. Is that kind of when we're out, or where do we have to be?
Yeah, like because I'm using the word self-sustaining, like the way when you're a baby, you still have to get fed, you still have to get told what to do and all that. Do you get me? Like, and that's kind of us still. Like we still need people to like give us opportunities, give us money, give us knowledge, give us all these things. Not to say you'll never not need those things, but we need those things. You get me? Like we need to get to a stage where like it's neither here nor there. If that person gives me money, I can just pay for it myself. Or my ecosystem can do it itself. You get me? But we're still looking for handouts. Do you get me?
Honestly, I'm tired of all this scene talk, bro. Like it feels like
we just work, nigga.
Do you know what I mean? Like it feels like every week we're talking about the scene, the scene. But it's like,
but I'm tired of it as well. But at the same time, we're speaking from a mindset of people who kind of maybe have more insight on the scene, and we know who's working, we know who's not, we know all these little things like that. But
honestly, I actually don't, because with rappers and everybody, they always tell me music coming and it's a year gone. I heard a single MP3.
Who are you talking about? Which rapper are you talking about right now?
I never said I was dropping anything.
It's tough. It's tough to dropping music. Is tough. You have to
no, like the thing is,
like going to the studio. Like I think all that part is the easier part. I think it's actually releasing the music.
Dropping music is not tough. It's not tough.
It is. You
making people care that you drop the song is tough.
Yeah, you can drop a song easily. Just drop it. But that's nonsense. Why would you do that?
If that's all you want to do,
that's nonsense.
Yeah,
that's nonsense. Don't waste your time.
But I'm saying this conversation is important for the kid who just got into the scene.
Yes,
who doesn't have a clue.
I guess so. Yeah,
I guess because you've been hearing about it for long, but some people it's only their starting point. Listening
like
to
hearing this conversation is probably the first time anyone even knows any of this information. Do you get me? So it's like, it's jarring for the people who are talking about it all the time, but that person probably just now has a million ideas on how he could solve an issue or how he can get into the game. Do you get me?
What's cool? You know the way that like one of the things I hear about criticism I always hear about the Irish scene or whatever is that everybody's like cliquey and like all of this kind of stuff, right? But isn't that everywhere? Like everybody has their cliques, everybody has their friends. You get what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, the people that I rate, like for the most part, are people that I know I've met from here and there kind of situation. As being somebody that is prominently part of the cliquey gang. Are you? Yeah.
What cliquey gang am I part of?
What do you mean, what cliquey gang are you part of?
I ain't got no gang. Shit.
From the outside looking in, you man are a bit of a cliquey. Like I don't feel it because I don't honestly. I don't. When everybody keeps talking about all these cliques and everything, like, do you feel like cliques and everybody staying in their little minorities is fucking up the growth?
I think that's a misconception though. Like again, if you go on the network, you see Solo hanging with girls from GTG, hanging with this person in his studio. Like that's not really like a lot of that happens all the time. Travis working with Tommy, working with these little, like everyone's doing stuff that's very outside of your clique. Yeah. Do you get me?
Yeah. So, okay, I'm a 19-year-old now. I'm seeing this and I want to get in. Like I'm seeing on the network, I'm seeing Cello with Roz at Simba Studio. How do I then infiltrate that? Just by putting out good product? Is that like, or is there other ways to network and be at places? Like, what advice would
come
you
to the growth experience.
I like it.
No, genuinely, because like a lot of people, that's one of the main reasons why this probably exists, is because a lot of people say that all the time. Like artists come up to me, they're like, "Oh, like how do I get your attention, or how do I get this feedback from you, or whatever?" And I can't respond to everybody all the time. Do you get me? Sometimes I miss it, or sometimes I don't want to. Do you get me?
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. If we have hubs that exist where certain artists or whatever can come and like actually network and figure out who's who and what do they do and stuff like that, that goes a long way. Do you get me? But let's say the growth experience didn't exist. I think you just have to be hungry for it to the point where you're reaching out to everybody all the time. Do you get me?
And even like maybe reaching out to people, like you also go to like shows. Like one of the engineers that work in my studio now, I met him at a show and he just came to talk to me, and I was like, oh yeah, cool guy. And then we just kept talking from there. So like go to music shows, like people like don't go and talk to people when they're out on a night out.
Yeah.
It's not
So I can't rap to you in the club.
leave me alone.
But Simba. J.Cole waited in the rain and gave Jay-Z a CD and said, "Yo, take my CD, man."
Big
And
song
now
rap for
today,
At a radio station, yeah. not in a nightclub when he's
But if
enjoying
I see you in
himself.
Vela and you're a little
I
tinty,
wouldn't
bro.
even be Vela. I don't go
because
to Vela.
you have to deep it, yeah. From their perspective, it's like, I don't know when and if I'm gonna see you again.
Go to music events.
Okay, so you're saying that now. Go to music events.
People
Yeah.
are always at music
Okay,
events.
so-
So that's a good way to
So if
network.
I'm at album release party, I can rap to you.
Yeah, album release is fine. I'm there for music.
So pull up to the corner. Let me
I'm
rap.
not at the club, not at DLT.
No, I do. I
Can
do
you actually
hear it.
explain to me the person that came up to you and wanted to rap?
Oh, bro, not wanted to. He rapped to me, bro.
Was he good?
No,
If he was good, what would you have done?
he was I'm like, yeah, bro, keep going.
That's the thing. That's the
Okay,
thing.
but
Like,
this
what
is
am I
the other thing.
supposed to
Yeah.
do?
What, like cool,
I'm
Simba has
just
plaques
an
and everything.
engineer.
But are we in the place where Simba's going to put you in a position
That's the
to
thing.
make
Like,
you go number
what
one?
do you, I don't know what people even expect to happen. Do you get me? Maybe just get a little bit. Like, yo, well done. It's just encouragement. It's just encouragement. That's how you can
You know
really
they're on
do.
the right path. Like,
Nah, put me on,
for
man.
engineers, it's different because, like, yeah, we can link up and you can do stuff in the studio. But for artists, like, bro, I don't have a label. I'm just an engineer. Like,
Yeah, but you have like I saw you.
like,
you have
I-
connections.
yeah,
Like you know Liam, and you said Liam sends some beats for Simba's. Then a rapper could be like, I want one of those beats, and you
Liam.
have access to those beats.
Liam, you know what you did? You kept all the good beats for Travis and Simbas.
You went
Hey, look,
Yes, you know what you did.
But so that could be a perspective. It's like, oh, I've seen Simba tweet about knowing Liam. I'm a rapper and I need those beats, so let me rap to him. So if he likes my rapping, he might be like, oh, Liam, there's this rapper that I know. That's probably what
I
they're
actually
thinking.
wouldn't do that.
Hardly.
Why would I do
Fair.
that?
I don't know. Like,
Why would I do that? If you want to get in touch with Liam, go straight to Liam.
yeah.
Do you get me? like if you're trying to get in touch with artists, that's when you can come through me. Like,
Yeah.
because
I think in this music thing.
like there's the degree of separation is not that much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Ireland, it's actually
You can
so
get to them.
small. Yeah.
That's why. Remember when we had the first Fortune episode and
Yeah.
we were talking about like people not being invited places, and I'm like, bro,
Text someone.
If you can't make it in Ireland, like
What are your chances?
everybody's phone number is 2 people away, if that. Like,
But obviously, there's a lot of gatekeepers as well.
Let's speak on this. Yeah.
is there actually?
That's what I wanted to ask.
Low
Like,
key, bro. Low key. And you know what? Gatekeeping is not like, for me, I'm noticing the gatekeeping is deeper though. Like, some people know exactly what you need to do. Like, when they, because we have conversations all the time. Some people know if this person just does this, oh, they could actually have a big chance, you know? I'm like, but you're telling me, you tell the guy, tell him, tell her, yeah? And then on top of that, this person might actually ask you for help, yeah? And you'll give them, let's say you give them help, but you won't go the extra mile to be like, oh, this is the contact. This is actually how I put the pitch together. This is the template I have. That's gatekeeping. That's all.
Because it's one thing giving the person the email, but if the person doesn't know how to approach, like
You didn't even CC them. You didn't
You
reach
didn't
out
do
to
it.
the
You didn't
person
do
to
the
let,
intro.
bro, like, there's a lot of little, like, and I get it, because we are still in the infancy, so everyone still wants to be the person who's done it first, or done it better, or done it whatever. Do you get me? So it's very easy for you to be like, yeah, I'll tell you this little information, but I won't give this is the sauce. This is the reason why it works.
have you experienced that yourself? Like a guy. All right. Yeah. Again, when it comes to the music, I'm like a fan. I like what I like. I dabble here and there, but all these intricacies of like gatekeepers. When did you see it for yourself that this is clearly gatekeeping? Like, give an example.
Just like
You had that experience with that producer that.
Yeah, he said the thing on the first episode he was on.
yeah, but that was a long time ago. We don't talk about that guy.
Fuck that guy.
never mind him. But it's like for me, especially, I don't like being in rooms and being the only black person. I hate it with a passion.
Yeah. Even in my corporate life, I
like
do not
it.
like
I'm like,
that, yeah.
where's the other people? So it's like when I don't know, when I was trying to pitch to companies for Simbas then, and there's people that I know that, okay, you guys do pitches, you guys are fantastic at it, and I've seen your results. Okay, can you just, I'm actually, okay, how do I go about this? And they're like, yeah, bro, you just as the email, just do what you need to do.
Yeah.
I'm emailing like, I'm doing the pitch deck, do you want to take a look at it?
And I get it. No, you don't have to help everybody.
You don't have to,
actually
but
have to help everybody. It's not your obligation to do that, but that's what makes it harder for people to learn.
What if I've given 3 people the sauce and they just haven't done anything with it? At a certain point,
That has nothing to do with you though.
Yeah, but I've done it 3 times. Nobody's done anything. I'm tired of explaining
But
myself.
think about it's not
Bro,
that.
here's the email address.
It's not that
hard to
it's
just
not that
be
tedious.
like. And also, of course, I get it. Like if I'm the one who's gatekeeping, let's say, I would want to know who am I giving this information to, and is it worth them having this information? You know? Like, because what's the idea? This idea is shit. If I think it's shit, the person who they're gonna pitch it to is probably gonna think it's shit. On top of knowing all of that, you should be the one to be like, bro, this idea is not gonna fly.
Like,
you get me? This idea, and again, it's not your obligation. You don't have to do all these things, but that's why we can coin the term gatekeeping. Do you get me? Because you decided that you don't feel the obligation to help a peer or help somebody younger or upcoming or whatever, to the point of saying, yeah, change this. Like, I don't know.
Even to your point, if you help the first 3, the 4th one you don't help, he can call you a gatekeeper. Like, that's his experience with you. Like, at the end of the day, his experience with you is you gatekeeped.
And if you're a gatekeeper, it's okay. Like, you can just own it. It's okay to be a gatekeeper. Like, you're winning, so it's fine. Like, you get me?
But what cost though?
I mean, it's not a cost to you personally because you're still doing your thing. But if I'm really speaking, when I say all these things, I'm speaking to the people who claim to care about the scene, who claim to like wave the flag and stuff.
I want everybody to do well.
Yeah, do you get me? If they're like that, but then they're gatekeeping them, like, do you care? Do you get me? Do you really care? So, yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like some people, we think they're gatekeeping, but they actually just don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah, that's also another part. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, because it's like people who do stuff. They'll do it a certain way, and then someone will ask them, "Oh, how did you do that?" And instead of telling them, "Oh, this is what I did," they'll say, "Oh, it's because I did this. That's why I got it." But it's not.
It's more nuanced than that. Yeah.
So, but yeah.
And the other thing, you want to talk about something?
No, I was going to ask Jaffa a question about because earlier on we were talking about like, okay, like obviously with Travis and Elzz, like they have their stuff in front of people's faces, but you can see like they have a core fan base. They have a core following. I feel like you got a core following as well. I feel like Fortune's got a nice following as well. How do you feel like you build that? Like you build a following that is not just numbers on the screen. It's people that will buy your albums, people that will come out to shows, it's people that will actually. Because at this point, like you said, you're not a rapper, you're a creative. Travis and Elzz never become creative. Stay rappers.
They are
creatives because they do the clothing thing as well.
Look, as long as you just keep giving me the music, that's what I care about. But like, how do you build a following that actually come out and care about you?
Bro, that's the $1 million question right there, boy. Like, I don't even, like, we can say so many things about how you try to do it, but maybe the words I'll throw out is authentic.
You know, maybe for you, like, how did you build yours?
Bro, I'd be lying if I said I knew, honestly. I think
people need to see you as someone with a vision. And Travis and Elzz, Fortune and when you started, you also had the vision, so people can get behind that, and then you now supplement that with good music.
Yeah. I think, yes, the word I would have used for that is authentic. So being authentically yourself, like, this is the thing that I do, this is the wording that I use, this is the colors, this is the visuals, this is all this is what I do. And then consistency. I know everyone hates that word, but that is genuinely all it is. It's just consistently being yourself to a good standard. Do you get me? Yeah. But yeah, all of that, if I'm hearing this as an artist, I'm like, okay, so how do you actually do that?
About to say, that's all cool, but how?
That's just not. It's
what?
this
How do you be yourself?
No, not. Yeah, that's
It's easy to
on,
say be
guys.
yourself, but like,
But in being yourself, do you think it's also an element of like some people just have like that it thing that people gravitate
that's-
towards, where like you just want to hear what they have to say or what they're
this
doing.
music
Some people
thing,
just have
like
it.
this entertainment thing in general is heavily leaning on luck, like heavily leaning on like, and also I'm a believer of God, isn't it? So if something is not meant for you, no matter how hard you grind, it'll just never work, bro. It's just unfortunate. You get me? And sometimes life will show you that this is not for you in the hardest way. Do you get me? Or you might have just wasted 10, 20 years of your life, all your money, you sacrificed so much, and God is just like,
This is
"Oh,
not for you."
I don't know why you're still beating this horse. You get me? And I'm seeing some people that we've started this game with are still going hard. And in my head, I'm like, I
Brother.
feel like you would slot perfectly in
something
this.
else, yeah.
Do you get me? From my perspective.
oh, the guy that's a sick producer but he wants to rap.
Like, yeah, like
I mean, I used to rap, and then I was like,
or the guy that's he's a sick manager. He's got organizational skills. He knows how to organize himself, but his music's just not.
I have a few clients like that. Like their organization is on point. I love working with them until we get into the studio. Because the organization is good, but the music is just not the same. So be a manager and you flourish, my guy.
Honestly, and again, not to keep plugging, but the growth experience. That's what I want to.
No, keep plugging. That's what you're doing.
That's what I want to. That's what I want us to be able to do is create that transparent, honest space where you play the music and we can actually say, this is not good for this reason. This is amazing for this. This could be better. This. Do you get me? Or we've listened to all your tracks. This probably not for you, bro. From my opinion.
Yeah,
You get me?
it's up to you to listen.
Yeah,
We're not Judge Judy. Like no.
Yeah. And it's not just gonna be us giving us the
Yeah.
opinions. It's
Your peers
everybody
as
in the
well.
room. Your peers are actually also giving you their opinions. Do you get me? So
Another thing I hear is like people feel like there's not enough collaboration in the Irish scene, especially with artists and stuff like that. Funnily enough, I heard you featured on an EP that I wasn't expecting to hear you on. How did you pick who you feature with, and why did you
what
feel
did
like
you hear? Was it shit? Yeah.
his thing? I don't think he was shit. I think he's got something, but he drops it. Like he'll catch me and then he will drop me.
What's
But-
this?
So some guys EP. I'll tell you after.
Is it?
Tell me now. It was the year I was
Does it
speaking
start
with
with
your
D?
chest.
Yeah,
Oh my day!
yeah.
Don't start. I
So,
was pissed off,
like
bro.
how do you
No,
choose who you
don't
feature
ask me
with?
that question in regards to that.
No, not in
song.
regards to that. I'm just saying I heard you on that, and I was like, I wasn't expecting to see. I wasn't expecting to see.
Jafaris was hoping that would go missing and nobody heard it.
Bro, I'm still on that nigga ass to take that shit down.
First of all, I will say
Pause. Yeah.
No, Diddy.
No Diddy. Yo, that's crazy.
I will say you bodied him on the track, but what's it called? Like, how do you choose who you feature with? Because people are always saying, "Oh, why don't this person feature with this person?" Or why it seems like everybody's in the clique, so they don't want to feature. As an artist, how do you feel like? How do you
there was
pick
a
who
period
you
of
pick?
time where I was just working with anybody. Do you get me? Just because music is fun, innit? It's just like, and I was working with these people on the basis of we're just in the studio right now, we're just vibing. I'm not really expecting this song to go out at any time soon. Do you get me? Because
Now you're a big fish. The song is going out.
that's it.
The song is going
They
out.
want to feature Jafaris.
Just to touch on that particular person, yeah, I met this person random in the playground, and he needed help with his interface or whatever. So I helped him. I had time this day. I was
You
like,
shoulda
yeah,
gatekeeped that day.
bro. I was like, yeah,
shoulda
let's like.
gatekeeped.
I was like, yeah, I'll record you. I'll engineer your session or whatever. And he just wasn't. It just wasn't hitting what he was doing. Yeah, but I was like, there's potential here. Your voice is cold. The flow's cold. Do you get me?
That's what you said. Yeah,
The tone is there and stuff. It's just like the lyrics and the flow, the song structure is just not there. So I kept saying this to him, but he just wasn't getting it. So I recorded my verse as like a placeholder to be like, this is what I mean when I'm saying what I'm saying.
Like as an example template.
Bro, tell me why this guy takes the bounce, not mixed or anything. And then I'm doing a whole different thing with solo. We're reviewing music or whatever. And then we listen to this guy's music and then he just presses back and this song plays and I'm like, how?
My guy's like, oh wait, that's me.
Bro, I had to like literally just message that guy, like take that. On top of him just doing that, it's also, it will get me in trouble in other places. Sure.
What did he say when you tell him to take it down? Like, what's his response? Like,
He was like, oh, bro.
It's love.
yeah, I know, but like, what does he reply to you?
That it's been a week since I told him to take it down. It doesn't take this long to take music down. What did he say? He was like, obviously, he's like, oh, bro, I didn't know, or oh, I just thought this would be cool, and I was like, but you didn't tell me, bro. And then I just was honest, like, bro, this song is not it. Like, it's not even mixed or anything. Like, this is how you ruin relationships.
Yeah, there's currency in the clout, and he saw us as a featuring Jafaris as an opportunity to be like, oh, this, like, that's how Dej remembers him. Yeah, it's a cosign, and that's I probably wouldn't remember him unless Dej told me he had a song with Jafaris.
But see, that
I went to listen to
my
myself
thing a lot as well, though.
Yeah, no, because the thing is, because I met him while he was working or whatever, and I was chatting to him, and he's like, oh yeah, I do music and whatever. He's like, listen to my EP, and I was like, yeah, you know what, fuck it. I got some time. I'm driving. It's quick. I pull up the EP. I see you featuring Jafaris. I was like, okay, I've never heard you, but if Jafaris is on it, I'm expecting something.
See the cosign. See the cosign.
Crazy.
And then I hear the first song. I was like, not for me, but okay. Second song, okay, has a little bit of potential. Third song, okay, Jafaris comes in, bodies it. I think I cut it off after the third song.
Bro, it's just the whole EP didn't even make sense. Everything just like, and I'm willing. The thing is, like, speaking to him before he released, or before I even knew he released, I was like, yo, I'm willing to, like, you know, come studio, I'll like help or whatever. Yeah. So for him to do that, just like, yeah, just not. Yeah. Now I have to gatekeep.
I hear it. It's like you said, you don't have to work with everybody.
Well, your question about collaboration, like, people not featuring each other. What I've noticed in my studio is like, people will be in the studio, they'll be like, oh yeah, I want to get this guy on it, and then they'll come back to me like a week later, and it's not happening because that person wants to charge them.
Oh,
so that's another layer to why there's no.
Yeah, that's rubbish though.
Yeah,
that's mad.
I'm always like, that's crazy.
We're not making money. You want to charge me on top of it?
And
mad.
even the figure that they always say to me, I'm like, wow. That's mad.
Okay,
that's a big reason why there's not a lot of collaboration.
Okay, so not even on a beef thing. It's just
no, I don't think
like,
it's beef. Like, obviously, there's certain places that they're never going to work together. But in general, I don't think it's.
I won't like just collaborations though. In general, the best results is always the ones that happen naturally.
Yeah.
Not the ones you reach out to.
Yeah.
We've seen some people do songs with big names, and it's like it didn't go anywhere because that big artist didn't really care about this. Do you get me?
I think that's how people felt about like the US features on UK songs for the longest time, just like a troll.
Yeah, niggas don't even post it on there. Instagram, nothing like.
Yeah. And obviously it's Friday, obviously, but Friday I wake up in the morning, you're checking the timelines as you do, check Twitter. I'm seeing Kendrick flamed people, and Future has a new album. So obviously the first thing you do is like if you run to that song, you're like, I want to hear what's happening here. Yeah. What do you guys make of that? Like this whole situation?
That beat is crazy.
Oh, like I remember this week, or even have the conversation about some like rapper producer marriages that just work. Metro Boomin and Future is one of those rapper producer marriages that just 100%. Seem to hit every single time.
Do you have a favorite person to work with, like a favorite artist to work with?
Yeah.
That it just works too.
Yeah,
I don't need to say that. Like, you guys are crazy.
I think you mentioned
no, but you said on Dongle Sponge.
I mentioned it before. Yeah, so that's it.
Yeah. Go listen to the episode.
Because people were coming to me and saying, but yeah, I don't want to get into it.
Well, people start getting jealous. Like, what about our relationship? We made fire together.
Isn't it mad how people probably see you in a different light?
Then you see them. Yeah.
They probably think, yo, we have a mad connection. The synergy's crazy. And you're going home like that. Oh shit!
It's like when you're young and you call someone your best friend.
No, I don't think so. I think the people that would think we have a good connection, I have a good connection with them. The people that I don't really mess with, I think they know.
I don't think so.
They know. They have to know.
You might not mess with them, but you might give them like even being polite with like having good vibes with them. They might interpret that differently than you.
The past 2 years, especially, I've been quite honest with like a lot of my clients.
Okay. I rate that, bro.
I've been quite honest with them. Like, if I would just tell them like, yeah, bro, like this is not good.
He wasn't always like that.
Yeah, because like people were sensitive and there wasn't enough.
Need that clientele as well.
Not even. There's only one person that has ever left me because I said what you're doing is not good.
Who was it?
Well, he's not making music now because it's just not. It wasn't for him. That's why I have to say it. Like, it wasn't for him. So like with me, like when someone comes in, I try to see the good in what I try to say. Okay, you're good at this. Okay, let's try work on that. But if there's nothing there,
one of the best piece of bodies of work that you've done is that song with Victor Alfred. I was like, this actually sounds. I'm buffing my head to this. You start buffing your head. You're like, oh, why is this?
Him and that part can rap.
Yeah, Victor can rap.
Yeah. So yeah, back on the beef. Sorry, do you guys have a favorite in the big three, or where Kendrick said it's just him?
Boy,
I used to. J.Cole was my guy for the longest.
Okay, and now you're off him.
Yeah.
Too preachy.
Yeah. Bro, shut up, man.
You think so?
Yeah, but I think he's no longer as preachy as he was.
Yeah.
For your eyes only, it was getting to that stage. I was like, all right, bro, whatever.
I got
man.
bored.
I got bored. Then, like Drake, I didn't like Drake at first because it came out like it was still at that era. It was still gangster rap was still like there. So he came and I was like, bro, shut up, man.
Corny light skinned nigga, bro.
And I think it's like with Kendrick growing up in like Compton, California, seeing a Drake, do you think it's kind of that thing also is like, this isn't rap or this isn't real rap. This is a corny, light-skinned Canadian trying to package this as rap. So he might, I don't want to speak for him, but I can understand growing up in Compton and then seeing this and think like, what is this guy doing here,
apparently
man?
there's been beef between the three of them for time, like just little shots at each other for time.
I know Kendrick and Drake have been shooting shots at each other.
Kendrick and Cole were cool for a while.
Yeah, I think there's still I think
not
with
cool anymore.
I genuinely think with Kendrick and Cole it's like friendly competition,
competitive,
type vibe, you
yeah.
get
I
me?
think so.
But because J. Cole is probably friendly with
Yes.
Drake now,
he's
Kendrick
gone.
probably. But then I don't know. I don't think.
J.Cole went to Drake and they did a song and they basically took him out.
I don't think they took him out.
No, first shooter. If you think about first person
They
shooter,
literally said
Listen to the
we're the big
lyrics.
three.
No, then after that,
Yeah,
then he said something about big two. He said, my spidey sense is just me and you.
The Spider-Man meme is just me
Yeah.
pointing at Drake.
Yeah.
Kendrick is gone.
and on top of that, Cole also said, "I'm Ali." He said a line saying, "I'm Ali in the shit."
Yeah, but he said we're the big three, but I'm the Ali.
Yeah,
I feel
course.
like Ali.
And
Sometimes
if
I feel
you're
like Ali.
Kendrick and you're coming from the roots of hip hop,
Yeah,
you hear
yeah,
somebody say that is in the conversation with you. Yeah, you're gonna.
I still think that's just competitive back and forth because if
Yeah,
we're talking about Kendrick's Control verse was disrespectful to a lot of
Bro,
people.
and he pointed at everybody, and nobody really attacked him.
No, they did. We just didn't care. And even people that he didn't point at started attacking him.
But even on first person shooter, Cole's opening verses, he actually says people will dissect my lyrics and look into deep, like as if it's like. Do you think he's saying that knowing that he's gonna prove subliminals, but he doesn't want people to read it into like it's beef kind of a situation?
I don't think it's beef between them two. Not crazy beef.
I think it's rap beef.
Just rap beef. But Drake and Kendrick might have personal beef. But
Because if you listen to Mr. Morales, there's one song Kendrick actually he says it flat. He says when Kanye and Drake made up. Sorry. When they made up, he said he was confused by that. He says that he doesn't understand how you can beef like that with somebody and not all of a sudden you're on stage with them. But I enjoyed it. Real rap is back.
What's going? But I swear Drake was dissing Kendrick all over. What's his tape with 21? Her Loss.
Yeah, that's why I was reading that they were saying that when Drake disses you, only you know. Like we wouldn't know. So like that's why it's taking
just so
time.
sinister.
Yeah.
That nigga.
Rick Ross is gone from it,
And everyone's
Rick Ross-
counting Drake out of this battle. You know, I don't think everyone should be counting him
Yeah,
out
no,
so
I think
quickly.
I think Drake will be fine.
But I think it's because he knows how to play. He plays the social game. So
He's cheating,
I'll win in the eyes of the
Public opinion.
Of the public opinion. Yeah, do you get what I'm saying? Whereas Kendrick might win in the room of rappers.
Yeah,
But I feel like
which is the only place this matters.
Yeah.
Like
That's where
in
Kendrick
the
cares.
grand scheme of things, yes, the world might hear a charge it up or back to back and think, oh, Drake won that. But the end, like the actual raps, the streets, they're like Pusha T won that.
Drake won that.
No, Drake won the Meek Mill's one. You're thinking of Meek Mill.
Oh, yeah.
Back to back is
Yeah.
Meek Mill. Charles Meek
Drake
Mill.
won the house.
Pusha T won.
Yeah,
Pusha T won that. I was like,
And that's the thing. The work commercially, people still might think Drake won
I think
that.
they're crazy. If they
Do you get me?
what I don't like is if Drake does come back, please don't come and tell me I have all these plaques, I've made all this money. No,
Of
bro.
course you're gonna do that,
Don't do this one. Come at him. Come at his
I don't
neck.
think Drake's that guy. You know,
You
Drake
can't
goes at
flex
people.
on Kendrick.
Facts.
Yeah, that's true.
Like you can flex on Joe Budden. Like you're not gonna come and flex on Kendrick. Like this K Dot.
Wait. Who's the best rapper out of the three?
For me, it has always changed.
I hear this.
For me, it has always changed. I've liked them at different stages. Like for a time, I loved Drake.
I
was
would
like,
say
Drake is
Kendrick.
the best. Yeah, but
The only reason why I'm saying Kendrick is because I feel like he does both of them really well. he does the conscious thing, and then he can
Do the
get
commercial
a hit. You get me?
hits,
Whereas
yeah.
J. Cole has only got a hit now.
Yeah.
You get me? So he's a rapper. Like he's a rapper's rapper. Drake is more leaning into the commercial world. He doesn't write all of his songs. Whereas Kendrick is right bang in the middle. Like he can give you rapidy rap, but then also give you something that you can bang out in the club.
What are these? Is it?
On Damn, like he has
Humble.
loyalty.
Yeah, he has loyal.
Yeah,
humble.
but even the raps are still like. I'm still having to do my
But that's what makes him. That's what makes him unique.
That's
innit?
the only thing I
fact
don't
that
like about him. The fact that sometimes I'm like, oh, bro, I need to go on Rap Genius to understand what you're saying.
Yeah, sometimes
But isn't
shit.
that impressive that he can make a hit out of that? Do you get me?
Yeah, but it's not every day, bro. Sometimes just give me some easy, ignorant shit to listen to.
Well, millions of people will beg to differ. You get me?
How does your 1, 2, 3 go between all three of them?
In terms of what I enjoy, I want to say Drake. More recently, Cole more recently, because like remember I told you when he was doing that no features, producing his own stuff, I got bored. Like I'm tired. Like he was so comfortable that it just felt like, bro,
He's going through the motions.
He's just going through the motions.
Yeah,
but once he got out of that and started like you start hearing other people's beats, other people's productions, I started enjoying Cole more. So I'd say Kendrick is third for me. I'm not gonna lie.
How about you?
In terms of rap, like Kendrick will have to be first, like then Cole, then Drake.
Well, over
in terms of
package.
okay, if I'm in my car now and I want to put on music, I'm playing Drake. Then I play Kendrick. Then I play Cole.
What about you?
In that same, like who I'm playing?
Yeah, who you're playing? Or who do you think is the best?
Yeah, I would. That's my list as well. Kendrick, Cole, then Drake. I don't really play any of them niggas on the whip.
Okay.
Like that.
Yeah, no, I'm Cole, Drake, Kendrick, because even like Mr. Morales, there's no like standout song
Yeah,
that
you
I
can't really
play.
you can't really just play Kendrick without going to go listen to the album.
Recently, but I think I can do it on Damn and even.
But that's because
Good
like
Kid,
I
Mad
think
City.
I think he's an album artist. I think like it makes
I
good
would
albums.
call him an artist.
Okay, yeah.
You get me? And I think that the list you have is like most relevant almost. Like Drake is active currently. J. Cole has only recently started being active again.
yeah.
Kendrick's never really active like
No, but you know what it is? I find myself not listening to Kendrick as much because I can't just fling random songs into my playlist. You get what I'm saying? The only time Kendrick really comes up on my playlist is a lot of Good Kid, Mad City stuff. After that, bro,
Features,
to
really.
To Pimp a Butterfly, bro, it's
that-
not every day.
that album.
I don't need to be listening to all this jazz.
I remember the first time I was in the gym listening to that album, and I was like, bro,
He was like, you'll say me.
I can't work out.
Oh, take this off.
I get jiggy to this shit. But for me, that's what it is for me. But another beef that might be bubbling. Apparently, Bugsy Malone took shots at Stormzy.
Yeah, I heard that this morning.
I saw that.
Random.
He said a storm is coming. If the bird goes, you better leave.
Yeah,
her.
she goes off and comes back. I was like,
I was
thing
like,
is,
why-
I don't care about Bugsy enough. Like Kendrick, people care.
Yeah,
like
I
what
was
Kendrick has to
why
say.
is he going at Stormzy?
Yeah, Bugsy, I'm like, oh man, I don't, and I don't think you should respond to that. That one, I don't really think.
Maybe
The
because
other one,
him and Chip made up, so like.
Oh,
he's
okay.
talking Chip's
yeah, but
balls.
that's crazy though.
well, that's what you do. Though you go for the big dog.
But what about Big Sean? Big Sean has been. My man was plotting his
It
comeback.
almost
for
feels
4
like
years.
Kendrick went for 3 niggas.
You didn't even say his name. All of a sudden, he's like, who cares about Big Sean, man?
I was looking
Big
forward
Sean
to
should be mad at Kendrick. Control is Big Sean's song.
I think they had beef after that, after the control thing. Yeah.
Yeah, no, because like I remember when Control first came out, everyone was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is happening right now? Because he was just disrespectful with it.
Yeah. And what's you guys' favorite rap beef? Obviously, you listened to it for a long time. What's the beef that you guys were saying? That was the one.
Me is gonna be 50 and Jaru.
Oh.
Because that was my introduction into rap
right.
beef proper.
Chip and Bugsy got me in a
Loki, that got me.
Yeah. You love that.
Chippy Youngin as well. Was
Yeah,
nice as well.
yeah.
That whole Chip run, Youngin, Bugsy, Tiny, like all
Big
of
Nasty. He was going to everyone.
Yeah, I think Chip, man.
Oh,
Chip doesn't run out.
the best diss track, like you think of all time. Like people always say, hit him up, Tupac.
That's a mad diss.
Yeah, people always say that.
Party to that track.
Nah, you know what?
That's
My thing with
this
him up after Pac's verse, the song starts falling off a cliff for me.
After the opening verse.
No,
Yeah,
listen
for me.
to it. Listen to what they're saying. They're shooting that nigga.
I think Story of Adidon is one of the best.
There's a track 50 did or you dissing everybody in the industry.
How to Rob?
How to Rob.
Yeah, that's the best.
Even
diss track.
back down. When it was going at Jaru, that was a good one.
How
as
to
well.
Rob is banter, bro.
Yeah, How to Rob is banter. Yeah.
Back to back?
I enjoyed back to back, but
It's because you heard it everywhere.
Yeah,
It feels like a song more than
that's it. That's what I mean. It felt a bit too commercial for
But
this track.
That's what Drake
They
does.
say Nas's one is the best one.
Ether.
Ever. That's the crazy diss.
I enjoy Takeover
That
more.
track is
Bro, I
stupid.
sleep on Nas so hard, bro.
Me too, but that track I just because I really like Jay-Z, so I was like, okay, why is everybody saying this? So I was like, oh wow, he really went at this boy.
But you know, I feel like Jay-Z was like cool and calm, and, like more calculated. But whereas the Nas track such a fuck Jay-Z.
No, but Jay-Z playing chess with it. He's like Kendrick with the Big Sean thing, where he always stomps on Nas's moment every time
like you're listening to Takeover.
without fail. Like,
sign him. Made up and then
Because you listen to Takeover and you don't know where it's going, and then all of a sudden it says, "Ask Nas, you don't want to with Hov." Like, wait a minute, what did just drop?
You know what? We need some rap beef, man. Rap beef, well, like when it's just rap, and just give us. It's sweet because I remember the days, Chip and Boxy days. Chip was like, nobody go sleep. Everyone's waiting for this song to. Nah, man, it's too sweet, man.
who would you want to see beef in Ireland?
Competitively,
Yeah, competitive.
Not
Competitive,
like
not a serious thing.
Travis and Elzz against each other.
Travis Elzz.
No, because
No, I don't wanna see-
I don't know who's better.
I want to see that. That would slow down the momentum. No,
Yeah, let's say not for now. Not right now.
So
No.
in 5 years time, they're like,
That would be
fuck
it would be
you,
an interesting
Travis.
beat. It would be
Oh,
an
who would I
interesting
like
beat.
to see?
But I don't know. Not
Oh, maybe. I actually like to see Big Joe
Against
versus
Elzz.
like a cello.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Like I like that they're different. It's different but same kind of side. Well, who do you guys think wins that?
Ella and Daniel would be brazy in my opinion.
Daniel, that song he released was cold.
Garrett's
Yeah,
cold.
that's
Yeah,
it. That, Garrett, it's cold.
I
That would be a
think-
good one as well.
yes,
for the title of
Jaffa, would you
Go
go against anyone?
Marcelo, an officer.
That would be cold.
that would be cool.
That would be
be
good.
cold.
That would be good.
would I what?
Would you ever be able to do it? Go against anyone?
I've been in situations where people abuse me, but it's not for me, bro.
Yeah, but like sometimes, man, come on,
I
pop out,
hear
talk
it.
your
But
shit.
I don't. Garrett, the thing is, I'm not the artist people want me to be in it. I'm just not that. I'm so sorry, but yeah, that's.
But when you hear the diss, does your ego now say like?
I don't think beef
for
is
like
taken
2
serious
seconds.
in Ireland. Like when it has happened, like people would just be like, "Oh, what are you guys doing? You guys can just meet up at the square." or
Yeah,
whatever."
and anyone who has beefed me or whatever, it wasn't enough to like send something back.
Are you still competitive when it comes to rap?
I've never been though. That's the thing. That's why I can easily just take myself out because I'm not like number one or whatever. I never would be claimed. I would never claim number one.
You know, he's the person I don't like in school. The person that's good at everything but doesn't want to do it.
Yeah, because it feels like he was just talented at music. Like not just talented, he found music and he's good at it. But it's like I don't really want to do this.
You know, the footballers that are class but they don't like football.
Yeah, Ben White,
That was
that
my
guy.
brother's like that. My brother's like that.
Like, I don't really want to do this, but it can make me money, so I'm gonna do it now.
How do you deal with the pressure of everyone wanting you to rap but you not really wanting to rap?
But at first it was like, oh shit, and it was almost getting to. I was almost about to crack, but then it's just like, it's like, what? You guys aren't living my life. Do you get me? So it's very easy to say all these things, but I'm just like, now it's just like, yeah, cool, man.
Like
Keeps me in the conversation.
When I
That's
believed you that you don't want to make music is the show last year, Live on the Album. When you're about to go on and you're like, oh, I don't want to do this. I'm nervous. I was like, are you serious? Are you really nervous?
Bro, that was my breaking point.
yeah,
That show,
because that day I was like, yeah, he's not doing this and he's not doing this.
that show really like, and it wasn't anything like it's normal.
Yeah.
All this I've done this before, so it was like, but I was just like that day, I don't know, my spirit was really like, you're not supposed to be here right now. And yeah, after that I was just like, bye.
I'm done. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you? Life's been different for a while. Banging FIFA with Dizzy Rascal and that.
That was at that show, isn't it?
Oh, is that the show that you said you didn't really?
Beat him
Okay.
up. It's
Yeah.
dead, man. I hope you're watching your dead, bro.
Hey, please be watching.
Before we wrap up, I just want to say, like, obviously you're doing the growth experience and you to see the scene grow. Where do you guys want to see it in 5 years? Now that we're at a stage where we've had artists at festivals, we have #1 albums, we have all this, and we're still talking about infancy. So in the next 5 to 10 years, where would you guys, if you guys are still even doing this or still apart, where would you guys want to see it go?
I want us to be owning our own venues. I want us to have our own arts council sort of thing where we can fund our artists ourselves. I want us to have our own festivals. I want us to have our own stages at festivals. Like, there's a lot we can do that we have not even scratched the surface yet.
What about you, Simba?
Yeah, stages at festivals, more people in the background, less people on the mics. No, because that's the only way. That's the only way we're gonna move.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
we need
yeah.
people doing like, guys. Imagine when I was rapping, I didn't have the epiphany to stop rapping and open the studio.
Think about the amount of people who wouldn't have like
yeah,
songs that they do
yeah.
now.
So it's like we need more people like in the background. That's my main thing. Just people get in the background. Get up.
Was it hard giving up music?
Not really, because at that time it was when music was changing. It was the
Oh, okay. So I don't want to do this. Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to get into that. It's okay. So it wasn't that difficult.
Yeah, I think anything else you want to talk about,
No,
guys?
my questions
Bring
are
up, yeah. Right, thank you guys for coming. Appreciate it. The growth experience. You guys have a venue and a date, or is it
It's
just
gonna be every Friday in April.
Okay.
And we're gonna be in Jungle Beam.
okay? Every Friday in April, Jungle Beam, the growth experience,
But we're still enrolled. We're gonna be enrolling people.
and so you're
Yeah.
it's an
When's
enrollment
the
thing.
waiting list closing?
It's closed.
It's closed.
It's closed.
So wait, is this only for like musicians and shit? Yeah.
Ideally, I want creatives in general, but I think this first, because it's program 1, so I want the first one to kind of be more focused on the artists, because like I don't know, that's
then
my world in it. So, but after that, I want to be able to cater to dancers, cater to actors, cater to, you get me? So yeah.
Yeah, the growth experience will grow itself as well. Right. Lads, if you've made it to the end of this podcast and you didn't like anything that we said today, well, you can charge.
Bang bang.
Thank you for listening.